Hello everyone, welcome to another lesson of our tutorial series on how to create a microservice-based web application using Node.js. And in this lesson, we're gonna develop our last service, our orders service. This service here will join the another two services of our software in one single point. All right, this service, this one here, this orders service will be a little bit different if we compare it with the other services of our application. So for now, let's create a new file inside this orders folder. I will call it of orders.js, and now it's time to install the dependencies. So here in orders folder, let's type the following command: npm install -- save express mongoose body parser and request. Request is a library that allows our application to send requests to another services. So using request, I can make a post or a get or a delete request to our another services. For instance, I can make a get request to get one single customer using request. All right. Now, this single line here will install all the dependencies that we need. So now let's create a new Express server. So const express equals to require express, and now let's create an instance of express here, and here at the bottom let's create a connection. So app.listen, and I will open this service here in the 7777 port, and if you want, you can pass a callback here for testing. So up and running orders service. So now let's define a model to our orders. So basically, an order in our application will have a customer ID field that will hold the customer identity. This model will have a book ID that will tell for us which book the customer got in our library. We're gonna have a got date, which is the date when the customer got the book in our library, and we're gonna have a delivery date, which is the deadline to the customer return the book to the library. All right, so it is basically a public library. So let's go and let's define these fields here inside another model. So let's create another model here in this orders folder. So I will create a new file, order.js, and let's load mongoose here. And let's create a new model. I will call it of order, and inside this JSON object, let's define our fields. So let's start defining our first field, which is customer ID, and the type of this field will be a special type of mongoose. We saw in the past lessons that every data, every object inside a MongoDB collection has an ID, and this ID has a specific type. So if you want to store a customer ID, we need to set the type of the field of this field here to a MongoDB ID. And to do that, we need to call mongoose.schematypes.objectID. So this type of field is special to hold MongoDB IDs. It will be required, and let's define our second field, which is book ID. Type will be object ID 2, and it will be required. Now let's define our date fields. So our first date field is the initial date. The type of this field will be date, and it will be required. And the last field is the delivery date. So the type is date, and it will be required. So this is basically our order model. In the next lesson, we're gonna take a look at how to develop our order service, all right? So I hope you enjoy, and if you like, please let me know in the comment sections below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Here we make new videos 6 days a week.